Yeah, we are live. Week 2, Team Number 11 of the 2021 NFL season. And featuring the Atlanta Falcons going up against the Dallas Cowboys. We are Arlington, Texas, and downtown Dallas. The episode and see you after.
We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's Powell on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 08, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
This past offseason was one where the Atlanta organization continued to build around their quarterback, Matt Ryan, because he can still throw the rock. Fifth in the NFL in passing yards last year with better than 4,400. He's a guy who knows how to get the ball to his guys on the perimeter and take care of it, even when he's under duress in the pocket. Sacked 48 times last year.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Number 20. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And 4 at the 33-yard line. Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Play action. It's Ryan. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The defenses get to the quarterback that quickly. A lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit in the first and incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block out a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there. 26
think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver is able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the player or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, surprise, surprise. First and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak, no running play. They decide to throw it for him, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Gurley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. He was driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this for that territory? Or might he go for it?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Olamide Zacchaeus there to make the grab. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done. And on the opening drive of the game.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Now following the touchdown, off Richter to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get it down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
You hear so many discussions about Dak Prescott. Is he one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Is he still ascending? What does he need to do to get there? All I know is that when he's in control of the Dallas offense, they were number 1 in the league last year in terms of yards per play. And he was 2nd in the league in passing yards with over 4,900. This guy gets it done, and his team really likes it as their leader.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. So we got 3 and 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, Elliott. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. 3-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Prescott from the gun. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Prescott and Lamb looking out for the Cowboy first.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost the game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down and third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
They've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Nice gain for 14 yards and another first. Good push up front, and then a run in between the tackles.
It's a leverage game here. Offensive line just got hold of the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for the running back to roll.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Right. Got man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Now Elliott. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. 4 yard. We talk about being on schedule. I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for the offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now Greg Zerline on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's the end of the first quarter. 7-7, our score. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And it gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. First down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sense that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. It worked very well there for a first down.
Ryan going to get this complete to Hurts. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Catch there by Julio Jones. And let's face it, we're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. Third among active players in receiving yards, starting 2020, just 852 yards behind tight end Jason Witten.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action now. Ryan. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right out the midfield stripe. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, we'll see the result. Superman gets hit.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. For midfield now, here's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Ridley.
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there. And not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
The Falcons on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. Then run another set for him on the next play. Now, we have a guy who made the catch. They're trying to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hofrichter. As he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one will sail out of bounds. So the pin on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working that out.
It seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try to put the football in one.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense to get the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
They were backed up to start the drive, and not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. In this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The rookie CD Lamb, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked it on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta Falcons ready to get the football back. And this is a team that has struggled to start the year 0-3. Weeks 2 and 3, just devastating losses. This last one at the hands of the Chicago Bears, 30-26 after leading 26-10. Of course, week 2, they had the big 4th quarter lead over Dallas and lost it. So a stat that has to be really troubling, Charles. It's the first time in NFL history that a team has blown leads of 15 or more points in the 4th quarter of back-to-back games. So if you're Dan Quinn and company, where do you go from here?
Well, the hard part is everyone's also reminding you about the Super Bowl that you blew up 28-3. That goes into it because it's the same coaching staff and essentially the same football team. Where can they go from here? Well, they have hope because the division, no one's running away with it right now. Tampa's at 2-1, Carolina, New Orleans at 1-2. But how do you get this team to believe, as they did in the second half of last year when they rallied and put much better down the stretch? How do you get them to do it starting this week? And by the way, they're at Green Bay this week. Then they're home for Carolina, who just beat the Los Angeles Chargers.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action with Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And too much juice. He'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his former receiver, but it'll be second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down that leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 36. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, he's going to make a play for me. I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. At the 34-yard line. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to 3 before half. The left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This is Tony Pollard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets in, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We got an excellent first half from the former MVP, Matt Ryan. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Now Pollard. They're able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
Now come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. So go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That's a good hard running there as he pushes way forward for about 5.
He's tackled at the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Falcons grab it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players, knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they caught it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only give up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved they'll they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7, operating for 34. Again to Elliott. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. But he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. That points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage. He'll be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11 down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I think it's okay that they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
8th play of the drive, forthcoming. They need 8 yards on 3rd down. Prescott down. He's going to take a shot from the end zone. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. There makes the grab. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the bus pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A good drive on time as they go 9 plays in all. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Rick Zerline.
And after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives to Gurley. And not much to speak of. Called a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He was brought down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just give up a score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Now this throw caught left side. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
34 yards. First down, Atlanta.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And his throw here is incomplete. Intended target on that with Russell Gage. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And you've got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run out. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, Ryan. Open his pal, that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First down. I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. The left side completion to Jones. That'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Ryan. And that one drops incomplete, but if he was in a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The one partner, after the ice is down, there's going to be a nice, long, soaking hot tub after this one. He's going to need to rest the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw again is Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Russell Gage there to make the grab. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now following the touchdown, off Richter to kick off. Now this carries into the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. They will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and now it's 2nd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from 25. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll have past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 43 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dante Fowler, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season, and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Prescott. And a quick throw here that's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch now. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running
at their own 26. After the interception, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time talking over. They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. And, right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with a minute 56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put it into this thing. Again, they run with Gurley. And he's getting this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Ryan. Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get in the 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 17-14, a minute 44 to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall that they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they got to continue to move quickly.
First down now, but that clock roll. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cooper in the final minute, and the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The zero line now for the PAT. It's been good to make it 21-17. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off on a late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. They're down for the touchdown at zero line. Kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. But now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Townsend.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting it, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. And not much here, so he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And a timeout coming again. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Again, it's to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leads him to the 4th down now. It's 4th down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close win like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? For those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
That'll do it for us, for Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew. I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Yeah, we have it on the Cowboys, the winners, 21-17. And soon we'll be back tomorrow with another live video. So please like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, man.